Sit down, smoke a bowl. It's time for the Fire Safety Meeting, Movie Edition. And now, your hosts, Travis and Jesse.
This week's meeting called us together so we can roast a bowl and discuss a movie. This week's movie is the 2016 The Jungle Book. Jesse, tell us what we need to know.
All right, first I want to give a shout out to our friend Ernie McCracken, who gave us the privilege of allowing us to watch this movie before its release date in the United States.
All right, Ernie.
The movie is rated PG, and it's got a runtime of 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's directed by Jon Favreau, starring Neil Setti as Mowgli, Bill Murray as Baloo, Ben Kingsley as Bagheera, Idris Elba as Shere Khan, Lupita Nyong'o as Raksha, Scarlett Johansson as Kaa, Giancarlo Esposito as Aquila, Christopher Walken as King Louie, and the late Gary Shandling as Iggy the Porcupine. Travis, tell me what you thought of the movie.
Well, I thought they did a very good job reimagining an original Disney classic.
Yes.
I mean, it's a hard task to do to take that on initially.
Absolutely.
I mean, it could either go one or two ways. It's going to be good or it's going to be just shit.
Right.
And Jon Favreau, I like his camera work in most of his movies, which he applied in this movie, and I thought it fit awesome with it. His subtle camera movements played well in these scenes, especially for the scenic scenes. I thought Neil Setti did a decent job based on the facts that this is only his second movie. You can't really expect much from him. But on looks, he looked just like the cartoon. I mean, it's like they pulled him right out of the pages, put him in the weird science machine, and there they got him.
Right? What about Bill Murray's Baloo?
When I first heard about Bill Murray playing Baloo, I was excited. I mean, I'm a big fan of Bill Murray, so hearing anything he does, I want to see.
Absolutely.
But after seeing the movie, I kind of think they should have gone with someone with a little deeper voice.
Right.
Well, maybe...
Like, I was thinking, I know what you mean. Like, I was thinking John Goodman. John Goodman would have been a good choice, because he's still got a jolly voice.
Yes.
But it's deep.
Yeah, because when you think bear, you think...
Yeah.
Yeah, you know... But, I mean, Bill Murray did a good job. He was definitely entertaining.
Right, he was funny.
Yes, definitely better than Garfield.
What about Ben Kingsley as Bagheera?
Ben Kingsley as Bagheera, I mean, he has that type of voice that, wisdom, you almost want to listen to him, but Mowgli is a kid, so he wants to defy the elder at the same time. I thought he did an awesome job. I always like his performances. Idris Elba, I thought was an awesome, spot-on casting. I mean, when his character comes on scene and starts talking, you want to start rushing that kid out of town. You know, get the fuck out of here. You want to move. You don't want to live in the same neighborhood. That's a bad neighborhood. If he's showing up, you gotta go.
This place is crazy. Tiger shows up, man. This neighborhood's really gotten to shit. What'd you think of Scarlett Johansson as Kaa?
I thought it was a great idea casting her. I mean, in the cartoon, it was a man's voice. I like that they replaced it with a woman's voice, especially hers. I mean, it's more convincing to let a female hypnotize you and then eat you. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Who's not going to let Scarlett Johansson eat him? And then we got Christopher Walken playing King Louie. I liked what they did with King Louie. He really spoke King, how they made him look in the movie. A lot bigger than everyone else. I mean, and he got to sing a little, so Christopher Walken, I'm sure he was right on board when he heard he got to sing a little.
Right.
He tries to work that in all his movies. Pretty much played Christopher Walken. I mean, that's Christopher Walken. His acting is Christopher Walken, and we love it.
Christopher Walken.
Everyone loves it. You can never talk shit about Christopher Walken. So, I mean, he did an awesome job. I give this movie 4 out of 5 joints.
Nice.
So, Jesse, tell me about your thoughts on the movie.
I thought the movie was a lot of fun. I thought the cast, the director, they were all really good in it. I thought Neil Setti as Mowgli did a spot-on job as Mowgli. He kind of looked like me when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, at a bull haircut. I don't know if you knew that. Grandfather
No.
he'd actually take a bull and cut across or whatever. So I saw a lot of him in me.
You missed your calling right there,
Right.
huh?
Bill Murray, I thought he was a great pick as Baloo. You know, I said it earlier. I thought maybe John Goodman would take his place, but you know, after watching the whole movie, I thought Bill Murray was an excellent pick. Ben Kingsley was my favorite in the movie because he was the narrator at the beginning, and his voice just exudes like confidence and wisdom, and you just you want to listen to everything he has to say. You know, I thought he did a good job. And Idris Elba, huge fan of his, seen a lot of his work, and he has that voice that will absolutely terrify the pants off a little kid. So him showing up all raggedy looking, you know, like he's been through the ringer a couple times and he's still on top. I thought that was a really good thing. I thought the computer graphics for these animals were just amazing. I mean, the time it must have taken to make these animals look believable, you have to give them some credit for that. I liked Lupita Nyong'o as Raksha. I thought she was really good as Mowgli's mother.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt the love. Like she really, like even if she just lended her voice to the character. I felt the love for her cub to try and protect him from Shere Khan. I thought Scarlett Johansson as Ka, I thought that was a little short. That should have been longer. But you know, in the context of a realistic movie, you can't just sit around with a snake for 10 minutes and do nothing. So that went fast. I like how Christopher Walken performed as King Louie. I thought the change from an orangutan to the Gigantopithecus, I thought that was a good change. It was, you know, that's a big change to make him that big, and they changed a lot of that scene. You know, when he was trying to get away, when it was less about the little monkeys and more about, you know, King Louie himself trying to catch Mowgli. And then you had that cool fight scene, you know, where at the end.
Awesome.
So, you know, and they did all that, and at no point did I think that it all looked too fake. Like, it didn't look real. It all looked really real. All the physics, like, all the monkeys jumping on, you know, it looked like he was being weighed down by those monkeys. It was a really cool scene. Gary Shandling was in this movie, too. He played Icky the Porcupine. It was his last role before he passed. It was a small role, but I thought he did really good in it. You know, it's a good thing, you know, the last thing you do to be in a classic. I like the music in it. I thought the music was exhilarating. Like, it kept you, like, when you were supposed to be excited, the music kept you on the edge of your seat listening, like, oh my God, is this it? Is this the part right here? Like, so I thought that was really well done. I would give this movie 3 out of 5 joints. It was fun, but it wasn't as good as the original, which would get a 4 out of 5 easily, if not 5. So, 3, I think it's a good one. Maybe I'm sure they're going to do a couple more of these things. I don't think they're going to stop.
No, they're in talks right now with Jon Favreau and the writer.
Right. Well, I mean, how long before they like dip into the well, like Pinocchio or something?
Yeah.
Like they're going to do Pinocchio or any of them from back in the day. They can just pick any of them.
There's multiple books. Rudyard Kiplinger.
Rudyard Kipling.
Oh, I might not get that one.
Oh, man.
I mean, the animated version was Disney-fied.
Talking about the cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon was Disney-fied, and this one stuck a little closer to the books, which I liked. I mean, it changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I did miss a couple things in it. They're insignificant, but the vultures.
The Beatles, you mean?
No, the vultures.
Yeah, but they were their Beatles.
Kinda.
They were the Beatles.
They were Beatles.
They were Beatles. You had the same haircuts. I'm pretty sure they were the Beatles.
No, I thought there was just 2 of them, 2 stoners. It's what do
Weren't
you
there
want to
4
do?
of them?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I
Maybe
don't know.
I'm thinking of the crows and Dumbo.
You're thinking of the racist crows in Dumbo. That's what you're thinking.
No, the
2
crows
vultures.
themselves weren't racist, okay? It was them being
They
portrayed.
were portrayed racist, yes. Very racist.
And I don't know what you're talking about. They were the coolest characters in the whole movie.
Oh, I agree with you. But the vultures, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want to do? Now, don't start that again. I kind of wanted to see that, and more with the snake. I don't know why, but just more with the snake, and more with the elephants.
Right. Did you miss those songs?
Yeah, the songs. My kids were excited for the songs, and then they were kind of cut short. They were just little disappointed.
My kids didn't say anything about the songs.
No.
No. Oh, I just think it's some age, everything just becomes corny. So
Yeah.
they try to make a movie as broad, so that a broad general audience can come see it, and putting movies in it it's not what it used to be.
Yeah,
back
we've
in the
strayed
day.
away from.
We're not the golden age anymore.
Yeah.
We're in
Well, I think it kind of died in the '90s,
Yeah.
having
think about it.
musical numbers.
This is the gritty reboot. That's what this movie is. It's a gritty reboot. I mean, it's not, a whole... I mean, there's violence, but it's not over the top with blood or anything. But, I mean, it's as close to, realistic as they can get without making it an adult movie. Which, when you think about it, it could easily become.
Oh yeah.
Because if you think about, Mowgli in that jungle... Like, as soon as he left the wolves and was only with... He would have been eaten by every animal or killed by every animal that comes up upon him. He's gonna die. It doesn't matter what it is, it's gonna kill him. So the fact that he survived for that long was pretty amazing. But it was just
Well, he had help.
right. Bagheera was a badass.
Yeah.
He was one badass. Yeah, he felt like a military guy. Like he had lived his long life in service of probably his pride, and then he decided to go off on his own. Do you know what I mean? Instead of being, I don't know if panthers have prides actually.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah, you always see them alone when you see pictures, but
Well, they're black, and what do you
Yeah,
mean see them
yeah.
ever? You're like, where they go? I don't see anything. John Favreau himself was in the movie. He played a pygmy hog.
Oh yeah.
He played the pygmy hog at the end. Sam Raimi, the director of Spider-Man 1 and 2. Tobey Maguire.
Oh, those.
Russell Peters, the comedian. You ever heard of him? He's the Indian guy.
Yeah, I've heard his stand-up.
He played Rocky the Rhino. Yeah,
All
sure.
right, we're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be back in a moment, and we'll discuss the actors and the directors a little more in depth.
We're going to load another one, guys. We'll see you in a second.
When I eat a steak, I like it to be tender and juicy. That's why at Balboa Meats, my Angus cattle are raised on an open range with the best grass, wheat, and oats. At the end of every day, the Angus cattle receive a 5-time heavyweight champion massage, and then tucked into their own individual Tempur-Pedic stables. And when the time comes, the cattle are humanely expended. Then each slab of beef is tenderized by my own personal patent-pending technique. So that every bite of beef melts in your mouth with perfection. I beat my meat, you put it in your mouth at wholesale price. Hey Mick, give me another steak.
You got it, Rock. Another steak coming up.
It's Balboa Beef at Balboa Meats. Welcome back from the break, folks. Make sure you support our sponsor by buying all your beef needs from Balboa Meats. So this next part, we're going to talk about the director and the actors of this movie, and just go down all the movies that you should see from these actors. The absolutely essentials that you should watch. Let's start with Jon Favreau. You got any?
Oh, well. I recently saw the movie Chef. I believe you've seen that one
I have
too.
seen that Chef more than once. I've seen that movie Chef more than once.
Don't watch the movie Hungry. It's a great movie. Don't watch it hungry. A lot of food. It came out in 2014. It has John Leguizamo in it. Scarlett Johansson, back again. Dustin Hoffman and Robert Downey Jr. in it. And
It's on Netflix.
oh, it is on
It is
Netflix
on-
right
it's
now.
absolutely
So
on Netflix
people
right now.
have no excuse.
Yeah,
Everyone has
it's a-
Netflix these days.
it's a
Watch
very
this
good movie.
You won't be disappointed. It's about a chef that isn't allowed to open up his creativity in his kitchen because
And
someone else owns the restaurant.
Cook the food he wants to cook.
And a chef comes in, or not a chef, but
A food critic.
food critic comes in and gives a bad review, and he just loses his shit.
He loses his cool and goes on his Twitter account and uses
Twitter.
social and uses
Twitter.
and uses social media to implode his career. So he decides to go back to the basics and start a food truck, a Cuban food truck, an authentic.
Oh, those Cubans look so good too.
Oh my dude, they had some grills that were cooking up like just these buttery bread of Cuban sandwiches. It looked so good.
But he finds himself as a chef and builds a relationship with his son. Good movie. I would definitely recommend that to anyone.
Very good movie. He also directed the first 2 Iron Man movies.
Yes, he did. Also, Scarlett Johansson in the second one.
Dude.
There she is.
What was it? Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow.
Yes.
Yes, that's a woman I get in trouble for looking at.
I mean, he did Cowboys and Aliens back in 2011 with Harrison Ford, Daniel Craig, and Olivia Wilde. Zathura, 2005. He did Elf in 2003.
I love Elf. You know, I didn't want to see that movie when it first came out. No, I was like, because he was just like everywhere, Will Ferrell. Yeah. So I had like an actual dislike of him. And, you know, I've seen all his movies since, and he is hilarious. Probably one of the funniest people.
I'm still real hit and miss with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go... I love a couple of his movies.
Right.
I mean, just one of those movies you can put on
like
and
Step
have it
Brother,
almost on a loop.
Like Step Brothers. You can watch Step Brothers all the time. I'm a big fan of Ricky Bobby. I like watching the
Ricky
Talladega
Bobby.
Nights.
Ugh.
The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, though.
There's a lot of bad ones. But Jon Favreau also did Made in 2001. His first major motion picture with his buddy Vince Vaughn.
That's right. Yeah, he's in all his movies.
Yeah, they seem to pair up in a lot of movies together. But hey, that's what friends do, right? It's like the Adam Sandler.
Were you surprised that he wasn't in the Chef movie?
I was surprised. There's a character in there that's his sous chef? Isn't that what it's called?
Yes, it is his sous chef.
It
is
is
what it
sous
is.
chef. I can't
like your
remember
assistant chef.
the actor's name, but it's a sous chef. Ends up getting his job when he leaves the restaurant. But I'm really surprised it wasn't Vince Vaughn.
Right.
So, definitely see Chef. If you've seen any of those movies and you kind of know his camera work, how he likes to direct his movies.
Yeah.
We also got Bill Murray. Can you name me your top 3 Bill Murray movies? I mean, there's a lot of Bill Murray
I'm gonna
movies.
I'll go 1 to 3.
1 to 3.
Okay.
You know, it don't have to be your top ones. It could be your favorite ones. I mean,
they are my favorite ones.
Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
I like Ghostbusters, of course, and I think you can count all those together. You don't have to. Not just one,
Both of
just
them?
all the Ghostbusters.
Oh, the
It's
animated
plural,
series. He gets
everything.
credit for
Anything
everything.
The video game. Best.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to take credit for the new one coming out.
The video game was good. I don't think he's gonna be in it, is he?
I don't know. I heard cameos from a couple of them. I know Wayne Selinsky. What was the actor's name? He played Wayne Selinsky in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Okay.
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. That is Rick Moranis.
Yeah, I heard he was offered, but he's not coming back to acting.
Yeah, I'm
he's
sure
a stay-at-home dad
He's
now.
got better things to do.
Yeah, better things.
Okay, so Ghostbusters. And then I know he didn't really play an actor or character in this movie, but Zombieland. I just love that movie.
Great cameo.
Yeah, it was a great
Best cameo. If you haven't seen Zombieland,
dude. One of the
I don't know what's wrong with you.
One of the few people who can play himself in a movie and it's totally fine. Like you're just like, oh no, that's Bill Murray. It's fine. It's okay.
That was great. 2009 with Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, and
Emma Stone.
That's
right. Abigail Breslin was also the little sister
Yes.
in that. Yeah. There weren't that many actors in that, was there? Besides a bunch of zombies. Like at the beginning, the zombie with the tassels, with the movie tassels. I thought that was funny. I thought that to start it, when they the way Jesse Eisenberg was telling you all the rules that he follows to stay alive. I mean, because he's just this like little guy that would probably die pretty quickly. He didn't spend much time doing much else besides playing video games. So he probably.
But he was preparing. He was preparing. Call of Duty.
He probably was.
He was getting ready.
So
Left 4 Dead.
That whole thing, and Woody Harrelson was just a revelation in that
Tallahassee.
movie. He was perfect. I wish I would have told everyone their names. I know it didn't matter, but
Yeah.
I did want to know their names. Didn't they make a TV show?
They did one episode to a TV show.
Was it on Fox?
It might have
If
been.
it was,
It was
they
either.
ruined
It
everything,
could have been
bro.
FX, but it was bad.
Of course it was bad.
I mean, when something like that is so good, you can't.
Yeah, well, it's because something like that is so good it's supposed to be bad. So anything you
Yeah.
do to try to mimic it or copy it, it's gonna be terrible. You can't do anything. Because who wants to, like, you're not going to get a known actor to want to play that role, any of them, because they're like, oh, you're going to put me up against Emma Stone? Fuck you. I'm not going to do that.
That's the first time I think I really noticed Emma Stone was in that movie.
Not me.
I can't recall her before. What movie do you recall her in from before? Or is that your first, too?
I'm going to hit this real fast. And then I will tell you. I first noticed her in Superbad. She was Jonah Hill's love interest in that.
Oh, shit. That was her, wasn't it?
I watched it today. It was a clip of the part where he's talking about his dick fascination, where he can't stop writing, he can't stop drawing dick pictures. He goes, I couldn't touch pen to paper without drawing a massive dick. he goes, and I thought it was crazy. So I just imagine what everyone else would think if they knew that I was drawing these humongous dicks. And he goes, but I don't understand why you don't like Becca. He goes, wait for it. Because one day I was drawing a massive one, and someone knocked over the paper, and then she picked it up, and she looks at this big, veiny, massive schlonger. Then she freaks out and tells the teacher, and he grabs a paper and he just shoves it in his mouth like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I thought that was a really good part. But that
movie was hilarious. I love that movie. It was Seth Rogen movie. I believe
Michael
that was
Cera.
about him. Wasn't Jonah Hill's character Seth?
Yeah, it was supposed to
It
be.
was about him.
It was supposed
right?
to be about them. Yeah, him and his friend.
But Jonah Hill the character was a whiny bitch. That movie.
It was a good movie.
It was. Oh, McLovin.
He was really good. Like, I mean, dude, that guy shouldn't. Christopher Mintz Plasse, I think his name is how you pronounce the last name. He wouldn't be famous if it wasn't for that movie, because he played McLovin so fucking well.
Oh, yeah, it was great. And then he did Superbad, wasn't it?
No, that was super bad.
Or
He
not?
did.
Sorry,
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass.
I
that's
love
right.
Kick-Ass. That first one was good. The second one was
That was
just
odd. Jim
the
Carrey.
worst.
Well,
Jim Carrey was
okay.
the best part
Yeah.
of that movie, but it was a terrible, terrible movie.
All right, what's your third Bill Murray movie?
1996 Kingpin, which also starred.
Oh shit, Woody Harrelson.
That's right, also starred Woody Harrelson. Randy Quaid was also in it.
Two Woody Harrelson Bill Murray movies. I like it.
I remember being in love with Vanessa Angel.
Oh yeah,
She was so incredibly beautiful.
she was definitely hot.
She was in the Weird Science TV show.
Yeah, that was such a horrible.
I had
show.
no idea about
No,
that.
the show was good. So was the movie. So, out of your three Bill Murray movies, which one would you recommend?
I am going to go with Kingpin because I believe it's on Netflix and it's easy for you to access.
Very nice, very nice. I hear that Bill Murray doesn't have an agent.
Really?
Yeah, he has a 1-800 number. You call, pitch your movie, and if he likes it, he calls you back.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was odd.
So can we get him on the show?
Yeah, we'd have to lure him here and then probably face charges afterwards, but
Worth it.
yeah, it probably would be worth it. You know, he was originally considered to play Han Solo in Star Wars Episode 4.
Really? I
Yeah.
had no idea about that.
He was also considered to play Forrest Gump instead of Tom Hanks.
That wouldn't have gone well.
No.
No, he was too old at the time too, right? It would have just been like out
Yeah,
of place.
it would have been a little weird. It would have been.
'Cause even
I think it would have came off more comedy than.
they were intending
drama,
right?
yeah.
Right. Because it was funny, but it wasn't supposed to be funny the whole time.
And he was also supposed to play Bruce Wayne back in 1989. Tim Burton's.
Oh,
When it was originally based on the 1960s.
talk about before Michael Keaton.
Yeah. Well, when they were doing it, that was the one Michael Keaton was in.
Okay.
He was originally gonna be Bruce Wayne, and they're like, no, let's steer away from Adam West Batman and do a darker one, and that's when they went with Michael Keaton. He was also considered to play Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story. He gets considered for a lot of stuff. But my three Bill Murray movies would have to be Groundhog Day. I hear he got bit by the groundhog twice in that movie. 1993. Bill Murray is a weatherman that has to go to Des Moines, Iowa for a weather forecast for the groundhog. And he gets stuck in a loop that he lives the same day over and over, and he has to go report this groundhog. And it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I'm really surprised. Most people say that when I ask.
Andy McDowell's in it, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
I've always liked her.
Yeah, she was gorgeous in that movie. But I'd also like to say, What About Bob? 1991, which with Richard Dreyfuss. Bill Murray is a he's got problems. He got some fucking issues. And he goes to see Dr. Leo Marvin Getz, which is played by Richard Dreyfuss. And Richard Dreyfuss is about to go on vacation, and Bill Murray is really needy, so he follows Richard Dreyfuss and his family on vacation. Great movie. One of my favorites. But that is not the movie I'm going to recommend of my 3 Bill Murray movies. Okay. I'm actually going to go with Quick Change. Quick Change was 1990 with Randy Quaid. Once again, back to Randy Quaid.
Wow.
They have different
Randy
movies
Quaid's crazy
together.
now, you know that?
Oh, that's
He's
what
a
I hear.
humongous conspiracy theorist.
Isn't he arrested in Canada?
Is he arrested now?
Yeah, I think he snuck in.
He made a weird sex tape too, man.
Yeah, that's right.
He went off the, but he thought the government was after him. He thought that's the reason why his career was so low, because he was so outspoken about UFOs and all this other stuff, and
Independence Day.
It ruined his career, and he thought it was because of the government. Yeah, just like that, actually.
But Quick Change, 1990.
Gina Davis.
Bill Murray robs a bank and just has to get out of town to get away with the money, and he runs into every problem there is. It's hilarious. One of my favorite movies. You watch the first 5 minutes, you'll be hooked. His physical comedy, gotta love it.
So up next we have Idris Elba. I'm gonna give you 3 movies or shows you should watch that he is in, that for sure you should watch. I'm going to recommend 2008's Rock and Rolla, where he plays a criminal, part of a little heist crew of friends that live in London. They go around robbing armored trucks and banks and people sometimes. But they're funny, and they have a code when they don't really kill people unless they have to. Very funny movie. Also stars Tom Hardy.
Gerard Butler.
Oh, Gerard Butler's really good in it. He's the main character. It's got Thandie Newton in it. A couple other well-known actors. Definitely suggest that one. We also have the TV show The Wire. You ever seen The Wire?
I have not seen The Wire. That was on HBO.
The Wire was on HBO, and it ran for 5 seasons, and it was about a Detective McNulty, trying to crack down on drugs in this tenement in Baltimore, Maryland. Idris Elba plays Stringer Bell, the second in command of the drug cartel, and he ends up being a bigger part towards the end of the series. It's a fantastic show from the beginning to end. Probably one of my favorite things I've ever watched.
Really?
From beginning to end, it is great. The second season's a little slow because they get away from the drugs and they move somewhere else onto a shipping dock. So it slows down a little bit, but a very good show. We also have. I'm gonna choose Beasts of No Nation. It's a recent flick that came out on Netflix. It was a Netflix release.
I saw that.
I don't know if it's about child soldiers during apartheid.
We really seem to be pushing Netflix.
It came out in 2015, and where he plays Commandant, the commander of a group of child soldiers during apartheid. He kind of gets off base and doesn't check in with his squad, and just kind of goes off. He goes off on doing his own thing with his own squad of child soldiers, and it's mostly about this one kid that he gets during the beginning of the movie. You should watch it. I don't want to spoil anything. It's definitely a good watch. He should have been nominated for at least Best Supporting Actor. At least nominated. He should have been. He was pretty good. 3 movies I recommend for Idris Elba. I didn't do that. You have any?
I really don't know a lot of his movies. Losers. I liked Losers. I think it had bad timing when it came out. It came out pretty much the exact same time the A-Team did, so it really killed it.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evans.
They're
I
in the
mean,
Marvel
I
universe
like
together.
the movie.
They're in the Marvel universe together. He plays Heimdall in the Marvel universe.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah. And Luther. I've only seen a couple episodes, but he does an awesome job in it.
He does, absolutely. I've seen every
So-
episode of the series, and it's one of his best.
So since I've only actually seen one of them, I'm going to go with Losers with Chris Evans. I thought that was a good one. And that brings us down to Ben Kingsley.
Can I give you my three?
Yeah, let me hear your three.
All right.
I want to hear your three first.
First off, I'm going to start with 2008's The Whackness, starring Joshua Peck, Ben Kingsley, where Joshua Peck is a pot dealer, an ice cream man pot dealer. So he has his own little ice cream cart that he goes around through New York, and he sells his pot to different people. Ben Kingsley is a psychiatrist who trades Joshua's character sessions of psychiatry for weed, and they smoke it together while they do it. So they have like a really strange friendship because he's a grown man and Joshua Peck's just a teenager. So it's about Joshua Peck trying to get over his fear of talking to girls or, you know, even approaching them or whatever. And it just so happens that it's a psychiatrist's daughter. It's a funny, sweet movie. It's got a lot of hip hop influence in it, though. I mean, it's basically about hip hop music.
Hey, pot selling ice cream man.
Who listens
I'm
to
interested.
hip hop? Who,
Yeah.
who listens to hip hop the entire movie? Method Man is in it.
Oh shit.
He plays like a large distributor of weed in the movie. I forget the name of the character, but it's a very good flick. You got anything?
Oh well. Lucky Number 7.
Oh, one of my favorites.
2006.
One of the only things Josh Hartnett's ever been in that I like.
I like Josh Hartnett. He's not that good of an actor.
No.
He's
He was
like
known-
a one character
He was
type
known.
of guy.
No, he was known for his hair going fucking different directions, and everyone thought it was cute. I do that shit. People laugh at me. Okay, you can't go around with your hair looking like that, but he could because he was just so. He looked so good as an actor that no one gave a shit.
Yeah, but Josh Hartnett was in it. Bruce Willis, Lucy Liu, Ben Kingsley, of course. He played the Jew, didn't he? The Jew?
The rabbi.
Oh, shit. The rabbi.
It's not okay. Can't say that, but it's okay. Yeah, Schindler's List.
Oh, Schindler's
Yeah,
List.
he played the doctor that helped free everybody.
93.
Yeah,
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Liam
Qui-Gon
Neeson.
Jinn himself.
Yep. Shit.
Take
Qui-Gon Jinn.
So many good movies
See,
he's been in. He's so good.
I'm going to say this and I'm going to walk away from the whole Star Wars thing. I think he would have been better as a long-term character. I think he would have been a better Obi-Wan. Instead of
Dude,
Ewan McGregor. I think
I
Ewan
agree.
could have...
Ewan?
Ewan
Ewok
McGregor
McGregor.
should have been it should have been the other way around.
Yeah, but Qui-Gon was older. Qui-Gon was the master.
Yeah.
That's why they chose him to be. I totally see what you're saying. Because he even looks like...
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Alec Guinness from Star Wars. I mean, not a lot, but if he aged, maybe.
So, anyways, we were on Ben Kingsley, so what else we got?
Gandhi. 1982. He played not Gandhi.
Not Gandhi.
Not Gandhi. He was not Gandhi.
Shutter Island, 2010, Leonardo DiCaprio. No. I actually don't know that much of his work. I mean, that's the thing. I know these three movies. I mean, there's Iron Man 3, but who really wants to talk about Iron Man 3?
He played Gandhi.
I mean, we could talk about Iron Man 3, but
No,
that'll
it wasn't.
just get me angry. Because I thought that was the worst Iron Man movie.
Because he played not Gandhi in Iron Man 3.
Not Gandhi in Iron Man. Yeah, not Gandhi. So look for
Look for
Ben
not-
Kingsley and
and
Lucky
not-
Number 7, which I don't even want to tell you about the movie because that's one of those tricky movies. Shutter Island, 2010, with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's another tricky movie. You got to watch it. You might have to watch it twice. You'll catch even more if you watch it twice. Schindler's List.
That's all.
That's all. So out of those three, which one would you recommend? Probably Lucky Number 11.
Yeah, that's easy.
Lucky Number 11.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It really is.
So I guess that leaves Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken has done a lot. I heard for a while there he didn't even turn down roles. He just took everything that came his way because he thought that'd improve him as an artist.
And he'd never be broke.
And he'd never be
You
broke.
could never
But
be
I
broke.
think after that got out, he was like, okay, I'm going to start passing on shit.
Well, he was in The Omen back in the
Yeah,
day.
and he wasn't Joe Dirt, too.
He was in Joe Dirt too. He
Yes,
really does take
yeah,
anything.
Yeah,
That was
it was just a cameo.
That was a
but
crackle show.
That was horrible.
Guys, watch.
You know, it really pissed me off that David Spade had the mullet. And they never touched the subject, what happened to his new hair that finished at the end of part one.
Oh yeah.
It's why? So, anyways, we're going to walk away from that one because that's just a pointless subject on that movie. Any Christopher Walken movies?
Oh my god. I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna go with Hairspray, 2007.
Hairspray.
You've ever seen it?
I have not seen
Okay.
it. I know John Travolta's in it. And
He doesn't
plays
have a
the
humongous.
mom.
He doesn't have a big part. He plays John Travolta's husband in the movie. I think her name is
Yeah.
Martha Turnblatt. He plays her husband Wilbur Turnblatt, and he has a song and dance in that movie where he actually sings and dances. I think him and John Travolta kiss on the lips at the end.
Gotta work it in.
It's very good movie. I didn't want to see it at first. I watched it. I don't regret watching it. We'll go with Pool Hall Junkies.
Ooh.
2002.
Pool Hall Junkies.
Who was that? Who was
Mars Callahan.
Mars Callahan? He wrote and directed the movie.
And starred in it.
And it's about exactly what the
Pool Hall
title says.
Junkies.
Yeah, people who hustle for money in pool.
One of the greatest openings in any movie. It's just hilarious how he pulls these tricks off to scam money out of these people that he's hustling. Lets them drop their guard and just take them. And it's a great movie. I definitely recommend that.
Charts in this motherfucker.
Yeah. About a minute ago, it was like a night at the Apollo. Now it's quiet as a motherfucking church. True Romance. I definitely have that on my list.
That's right, Christian Slater.
Oh, big cast. Christian Slater. You got Dennis Hopper.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Michael Rappaport. Val Kilmer plays Elvis in it. To tell you something about
wow,
that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Gary Oldman is also in it. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt plays a stoner. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. I definitely put it in my top 10.
Can't forget Patricia Arquette. She was
Oh
the
yeah,
whole
Patricia
movie.
Arquette.
The movie was because of her.
She was just an angel
she
in
was
that.
a
I mean,
doll
she was
in that
yes.
movie. And
It
I
was
don't find
great.
her attractive, like almost in the least. She was a doll in that movie.
I would definitely recommend that movie to anyone over
He
a
did.
lot of movies.
He recommended it to me. Totally got me laid that night watching True Romance after it was over with.
Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette fall in love, and they have to run from the mob, which is played by Christopher Walken.
He just wants to keep saying Christian Slater. He fell in love with Christian Slater in that movie.
I'm a big Christian Slater fan. I think it was before this movie. We could talk about him for a while. I liked a couple of his older movies,
Right.
Even his TV shows recently. Guns firing, there's action, there's love, there's romance. Just watch this movie. You get a chance, you watch this movie. Another movie of Christopher Walken's Catch Me If You Can. Another one. Leonardo DiCaprio popping back up.
They all
That
play
was
with- they
a
always-
great movie.
they
He
always-
did an awesome job.
Absolutely, he did.
Christopher Walken played his father, and he worked a little dance in that movie too. Got it in there, like usual.
They gotta have a YouTube video of that of all his dances because
Oh,
you've seen him. He's been in music videos.
Oh yeah,
He's good. Who is it? OK Go.
I think he's done a couple.
Yeah.
And then my last one that I'm going to bring up is going to be Nick of Time with Johnny Depp.
I don't think I've seen that one.
You've never seen
I
that
don't
one.
think so.
Johnny Depp is a businessman just landing at an airport, and he had to bring his daughter. They were going to do a little vacationing after some business, and his daughter gets taken by Christopher Walken. Makes Johnny Depp do an assassination to get his daughter back. And what Johnny Depp has to go through, and Christopher Walken plays a badass guy. I mean, you won't want him taking your daughter. So that's another movie I'd...
Well, I think, back then, too, he was known for The Omen.
Yeah.
He always played like a creepy guy until he started getting his comedic roles.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was the mob guy.
All right, guys. We got to get out of here. Before we go, here is Stick and Swoop's Fire Safety Tip, sponsored by Peace Train.
Take 2 Bic lighters, a roll of electrical tape them together to look like nunchucks. Then you'll always have a lighter that's ready for use. And a weapon ready for battle.
You will be equipped. How long does it take you to actually... How much of the tip does it actually take to...
Maybe a quarter.
That was really not that much?
Yeah, not that much.
Okay.
It depends how strong
I figure
you want it to be.
At this point, you're probably pretty good at it, right?
Yeah, well, I've made a few in my day. We'll put a picture of that up on our website or our...
You ever made a dent in somebody?
Twitter feed. A dent?
Like, you hit him with the nunchuck.
I don't just go running into places swinging at people.
We're going to have all of our recommendations on our Facebook page.
firesafetymeeting.wix.com/podcast.
Check us out, guys.
There'll be our recommendations and our fire safety tip of the week.
It's little now. We're going to get there. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get better.
It's going to grow. Watch us grow.
Thanks, guys.